At one level, you've actually degraded habitat in the short term, but you've improved the survival of the trees, the fire resistance and everything, et cetera, et cetera. So there's ways to include like snippets of habitat to generate some quality that's better for the wildlife.
Right.
My name is Ken Bevis. As the statewide stewardship wildlife biologist in the service forestry universe, let's say, I am technical assistance to the service foresters and the landowners, but the landowners in particular. I will help with consultations on individual properties.
Oh, why do I love this area? I love it for so many reasons I can hardly describe. It is the natural landscape, the connection to the outdoors, the community. It's been terrific. What could we all do better is we all could stand up and say we need to fund these projects at the citizen level through our taxes and through our voices, because DNR can only do as much as they can with a biennial budget that's very tight. I really believe we all benefit if we all step up and be a part of that.
I think it's our responsibility as practitioners and landowners to do whatever we can to help wildlife, whether that's restoring their habitat, creating extra habitat for them. They have a lot of human-caused impacts on them, so whatever we can do to help counteract some of that, I think is great, and I think it's our responsibility.
I think what turns the light on is a brand new forest landowner, like Martha was. I want to keep it natural. My first question then is, in your eyes, what is natural to you? That leads me into the conversation about forest ecology and fire ecology and how the forest that we're looking at today has been drastically modified. In my eyes, natural is pre-European settlement. In their eyes, it's what they're seeing out there today, which isn't natural. This is not what was here 200 years ago.
We're in essence trying to turn the forest back into stands that can withstand low-intensity fire.
That opens their eyes, and then I say, well, do you want to protect it from fire? Yeah, I want to protect it from fire. Do you want healthy trees? Yeah, I want healthy trees. Do you want wildlife habitat? Yeah, I want all that. Well, that leads us then into the conversation of management rather than trying to keep it natural in their eyes.
Through Phil, I learned about Ken, and when Ken and I, built a really good relationship, and I still text him and email him. I just fell in love with the Chandway Valley. I spent a lot of time in my young years. I'd come over in the summer and buck hay with one of the families in the valley, and then go hunting with them in the fall. My wife and I knew that we were going to have grandkids. We started looking over here, and this was just the place we wanted to be.
When I work with small forest landowners on habitat management, I try to emphasize actionable items, meaning things they can do, such as retaining snags, even creating snags, keeping good shrubs for the wildlife, things that bear fruit, water, having water sources.
I think probably the thing I've learned the most, and I would encourage any other landowner, is it's okay to cut the trees to get a healthier forest. And I had to get over that. And in the beginning, it's like, God, that's a lot of trees. But it's like, you go back a year later, it's like, wow. I mean, the forest comes alive.
And forest health is often revolved around spacing trees out so they're drought resistant. And it doesn't necessarily include elements of habitat like the shrub layer. So food, water, cover, wildlife essentials, and on Rick's property. When we came here, I was so excited because it's like, check out this pond. And I just asked him if it holds water all year. Yeah, so when we came in the spring that time, there were frogs, there were salamanders, there's elk tracks. So this feature was like just wow. And all around it are these really good shrubs, aspens and things.